I hope you've been thinking about that bucket list that we talked about last session. Something that God wants you to do before you go to meet with Him. Something that God wants to do in you. And here's a thought. If you want to see something you've never seen before, maybe you'll have to do something you've never done before. For Peter, it was stepping out of the boat. We're still in Matthew 14. Shortly before dawn, Jesus went out to them, walking on the lake. Take courage. It is I. Don't be afraid. Now, there's an interesting phrase here when Jesus says, it is I, or it's me. The Greek for that phrase, it is I, is ego eimi. Ego eimi. It is I. And if we go back to Exodus 3 and the burning bush, when God speaks to Moses out of the burning bush and says, Moses, I want you to lead your people out of slavery into the promised land. Moses asks the question, when I go back to my people, who should I say has spoken to me? And God says, I am. I am. And in Hebrew, that is Yahweh. I am. But before Jesus was born, the Hebrew Bible was translated into Greek, because by this time Greek was the universal language. And so Jesus and the apostles would grow up with a knowledge of the Septuagint. That is the Greek version of the Old Testament, translated from Hebrew into Greek. And in that section in the Septuagint, Exodus 3, when Moses asks the question, what is your name? God says, ego eimi. Because ego eimi cannot simply mean it is I, but it can also mean I am. So here is this wonderful possibility that when Jesus says, take courage, ego eimi, don't be afraid, he may be saying, take courage, I am, don't be afraid. You remember when we were looking in Revelation not so long ago, Jesus is the I am. And what would that mean if he was saying, take courage, I am? He would be saying to the disciples, this is my lake. These are my winds that are blowing. These are my waves, because I am the great creator and sustainer of this universe. So you don't need to be afraid, because I am in control of everything. I'm the one who parts the Red Sea. I'm the one who splits open the Jordan River. What does that say to us? It says, if you're sitting in a storm just now, if the winds are blowing and the waves are rising, remember God is in this. Even if the enemy has sent this to try and bring you down, God is in it. And you can reach out to him and you can hear his words today in the middle of the storm. Take courage. Don't be afraid. I am.